Hello my beautiful family, welcome to the last video of this devotional, The Rewarded Life. I hope that it was helpful to you. We're not going to read the story because if I read it, I will stop and make 20 more videos on the topic. But I want to encourage you to read what happened. In the prison, Joseph woke up and saw two men with a sad face, and he asked them, "Why are you sad?" Again, you see the heart of Joseph healed. Who asked that question? Didn't Joseph have a reason to be sad too? Yeah, he did. Yet, instead of focusing on his sadness, his heart was so good that he could focus on the sadness of somebody else. They had bad dreams. Joseph interprets them. And one of them returns to the palace, returns to the job. The other one is going to be executed. And he told one of them, and he said, "Please, when you go there, tell him about me. I'm here unjustly." That was the only time he showed weakness of being in the wrong place, which tells you something I learned from Dr. Murdoch. Just because he adapted, that doesn't mean he accepted his situation. What a powerful statement. So then, he is one day, Pharaoh has a troubling dream. I wonder who gave him that dream. I know God did. And he needs someone to interpret his dream. The man remembers, the one that used to be in prison. I remember, I had forgotten. I forgot for 2 years, but Joseph is in prison. He interprets dreams. They call him. How do you know Joseph stayed strong and healthy? Because he shaved first, prepared to see the king. And when the king asked, "Do you interpret dreams?" he didn't say yes. He says, "I don't. God does." You see how focused he kept his faith on God. He didn't come complaining. He didn't say, "I'll interpret your dream if you can erase my sentence. I'll do this for you if you can kill Potiphar's wife." Because Potiphar was a captain in the kingdom. "I'll do this for you if you do this for me." No. Joseph never talked about his past, did not defend himself, did not advocate for himself, and focused on serving. Wow. He interprets the dreams, and you know what happened? Joseph became the second in the kingdom. From the palace to the kingdom, just like that. And finally, the plan reveals itself. The famine is about to hit the people of God. And now Joseph is in place in Egypt, so that when his brothers would come see him, Joseph can receive them and the entire family to protect them. And this is my favorite. What is the conclusion that Joseph had over his life? He looks at his brothers in tears and says, "Please don't blame yourselves for all of this. Please don't judge yourselves. Don't be hurt for what happened to me, because I know you were not the ones that did it. My God had a plan so that I could preserve all of you." What a life conclusion. I want to tell you, family, Joseph had God's thoughts. And at the end of the story, you see how Joseph was able to bless those that hated him, but from a very high perspective. And the dream was fulfilled. Because of who he was, they had to bow before him. Let me tell you this, family. Number one, God is ahead. When the famine hit the people of God, he already had a plan ahead. He had already been preparing Joseph. He had already been doing all of this for the sake of his people, which tells you when a crisis hits you, don't think God gets all restless thinking, "Okay, let's think of something. What can we do?" No. He's ahead. He's ahead. He is ahead. He's ready. He is ready. He's been ready for a long time. I want to remind you, family, Joseph was never the center of the story. A famine was going to hurt the people of God. He needed someone in Egypt, and Joseph was the tool and prospered him in the process. That is the rewarded life. Thank you for listening to this devotional. I'm excited for the next one as well. But if you did not hear all of the stories, go back, study them. You will study Ruth, Esther, and Joseph. I believe it's worth it. Thank you for listening. And if you would like to sow a seed, only if this devotional was a blessing to you, would you? Would you sow a seed? This is going to help us in our trip to Brazil that is coming up. But if you feel that these videos have been a blessing, we will say thank you for your support, for your encouragement, because you're encouraging us to continue as well. You can sow through PayPal or Zelle. The email is pastoranna@wisdomforwinningchurch.tv, or Cash App is wisdom4winning. And I pray that God will create a shift in your finances and that you will see a rescue where you need it the most. In Jesus' mighty name, I love you.